Struggle Talk has made its way to my For You page, and I've been introduced to budding family channel, Resilient Jenkins, that went viral for showing us how a family of 6 lives in a 1-bedroom apartment.
As you can read in the caption above, we're a family of 6 going on 7 living in a 1-bedroom apartment. As the kids grow older, that means we constantly have to adapt our environment to give them more means for privacy and extra space. When outside our environment appears cluttered, disorganized, what have you. But quite frankly, after making do for nearly 3 years now, I have nothing but a grateful spirit for the roof over our head. Generally, the instant judgment me and my husband receive, why have so many kids if you don't have enough space for them? See, my perception is judgment comes from a place of not having the experience. When you've experienced enough, you generally don't judge people. I can tell you after everything I've been through in the past 3 years, there's very little I have to judge people. I would be lying if I said there wasn't a point in my life that I was so naive that I might have judged a poor person based off their appearance. And like I said, I have learned a lot. I generally look like I'm roughing it, but that's because our kids come first. I do everything I can to keep our environment clean and tidy. When it comes down to it, I could shove everything my kids have in one bedroom of some of these houses I see, and it would really look like nothing. We try to teach our kids to take care of what they have, be grateful for what we have. We keep praying and pushing for the growth that we want. Appreciate y'all watching. See you in the next video.
I just want to make it perfectly clear, ma'am, you are not going to be judged on your appearance by me. No, you're going to be judged based on your poor decision making while you're poor. Let's be perfectly clear. It was a whole bunch of ignorance that she spewed in this 56 seconds. The Jenkins family came to be. She had 2 kids and her husband had 1. They came together and they created this family of struggle, instead of creating a solid foundation for their kids. They've been up in this space for almost 3 years. And within that time span, they have added 2 more mouths to feed to this disastrous situation. She could stand up in the beginning and talking about, we try to adapt our space because our kids are growing and they need their own personal space. Ma'am, you've outgrown the space that you're in. You've outgrown it. Sometimes you don't need to adapt to such a situation. You need to leave it. Adapt your mentality. Instead of working, y'all was up in a room hunching on each other, creating more kids that y'all can't afford to take care of, that y'all can't properly take care of. How you know this? You see that little space? They got pallets on the floor for the kids. The kids living in the living room and the dining room. And they're adding a baby to this situation. They also got 2 cats. Oh, and she also tells us she can't afford the basic necessities. And her 10 reasons why she keep posting. I want to afford better housing for my family. I want to afford clothing and basic needs for my family. I want to buy that outfit that I've been looking at for 2 years. I want my husband home more, not working. I want to travel with my family and try food around the world. I want a backup fund available in case of an emergency. It would be awesome to have a little area in a home dedicated to our kitties. I love an opportunity to do laundry anytime I want to. I love to get my kids into sports or music. Simply having financial peace. So you can't afford the basic needs for your kids, but you continue to have them. And I don't want to hear the excuse is people that are in poverty, they don't have access to actual education. And they don't have access to contraceptives. That is a lie. You know where the first baby come from. Why would you go get another one? They got condoms at the dollar store. You can get access to birth control. And then there's always the free option. And that's keeping your legs closed and keeping it in your pants. That's totally free. It's called self-control. These the same people that she shares in other videos that the kids didn't had lice for months at one point. Another time her cats had fleas and a skin infection. And that they had a smell up in the house from the cats because they would be, instead of them just using the litter box, they peeing all over the house. Yeah, trifling. She made a video say, I'm going to bathe the kids tonight so they can be clean on Monday. So apparently they doing bath days, I would assume. There's no way that this behavior is acceptable. And they're not doing enough to change their circumstance. And I don't want to hear, Well, she love her kids. You could tell she love her kids and she's a great mom. She ain't love them enough to stop. She ain't love them enough to get a job, to get them up out of there, her and her husband. She ain't love them enough not to bless them with another sibling that they can't afford. She ain't love them enough to provide a stable environment. And when I say stable environment, that means them not sleeping on the floor, sharing a living room and a dining room. I mean them having their own rooms. And I'm not going to be picky when I say they could have at least a 3 or a 2 bedroom. And why do I say that? Because you can put bunk beds in those rooms. But typically, if you get help from the government, they have a certain requirement that you have to have for your kids. So, for instance, the boys and the girls, they typically don't want them sharing a room. So they will provide a room for both of them. And she could put bunk beds up in there. And y'all probably wondering, well, where do they sleep? Oh, they sleep in a master bedroom with LED lights, a PS5 and a flat screen TV, and a bed that's not on the floor. My biggest question is why y'all bed ain't on the floor. You found that acceptable for your kids. You find it acceptable to have your kids in a unsafe environment. And why am I calling it unsafe is because they're right next to the kitchen and they have young kids. It's specifically the baby that can get up and touch on anything in the middle of the night, like the stove, get in the refrigerator, while you in your room with probably your door closed and y'all having some intimate time with each other. Something happen, somebody breaking or something like that. First thing they see is the kids in the living room while you comfortable in your room. He got a PS5. Depending on when he got it, that gaming system was $599 plus tax. So he's spending dang near close to $700 because the games run about $70. He got 3 remote controls. One come with the gaming system. She says the kids has a PS4, but they don't really play it. So that means that it was his and he just passed it down to them. But he got 2 controllers with that. And those controllers, they run $74 to $78. The cheapest one I've seen is $68. I'm mentioning it because it's a sign that his priorities are completely messed up. They living in a lap of luxury while their kids don't have a bed. And bunk beds right now on Amazon are running about, cheapest one is $63.99. That's popping up. And they got another one for $59.51. 2 of those bunk beds will run you a little bit over $100. And it is important that they aren't sleeping on the floor because, like I said, y'all got cats that's urinating up in that piece and got fleas. And as you can see, the cats was all up in the chairs and everything else. So them kids, if the cat still got fleas, they probably getting bit up. And I know y'all probably wondering, well, what do these people do for a living? I'm going to let y'all guess, just based off of these 2 clips.
Don't mind the wind. We're out here checking out another vehicle. Looks like they're going to try to get us into a little Jetta. But it would just be an absolute blessing to have a secondary vehicle because it would give me the freedom to get out and do my own thing, man. And it would just open up doors for us to have 2 incomes instead of 1. So, absolute blessing. But in all actuality, like, today I plan to try to make a little extra money because my daughter's been, like, working towards this goal at school to be self-manager. And she got it. And I'm super proud of her. And I want to, like, decorate her room for her, which is, like, a shared bedroom right now till we get into a better place. But anyways, I want to decorate it for her and, like, surprise her with something when she gets home from school. So, yeah, we'll see what we can do today. I'm dead serious when I say my teeth are not this yellow. My iPhone's just out for me, bro. The day is finally over. It seemed like it was a long day, but really wasn't that bad. I was only out for, like, 3.5 hours. I did 3 Instacart orders and 1 DoorDash order. Made about $40, so $10 an order, not bad at all. And then Babe and I had
beautiful timing throughout the day. We seemed to like every time we wanted to meet up, we were both not in the middle of an order. Ooh, my phone's up.
Not in the middle of the order, y'all. They sitting up here, he's sitting up there doing Uber, taking gigs. And she ain't even doing this no more because she pregnant. You a grown 35-year-old man with 4 kids with another on the way. And instead of you getting a stable job, see, I don't have a problem with people doing Uber Eats or whatever, because that's a secondary job to your job, which is one he need. And she 28 years old. She need to be working too. I don't care if she pregnant or not. You don't have the luxury to not be working because your kids is in a jacked up position. You keep creating mouths to feed and y'all don't want to get out and go get it. He 35. He can join the military. He can do postal service. He can go get his trucking license and drive. And he had all the excuses in the world why he would not go get a regular job, y'all.
Hey, thank you. That's not just like the police. Roll down your window.
We literally just said thank you. I've said thank you to every one of them. I just don't think your ears have been open. I've said thank you, thank you, thank you. Like every time. Thank you, Mackenzie. Did you hear me that time?
Securitas. I know, Securitas 22 an hour or something like that. Yeah, that's not gonna pay my bills.
That's not gonna pay his bills, y'all.
Someone said trucking. Union jobs pay well, yes, but it's sacrificial to your life. I don't know. I don't like sitting in a truck. I don't like sitting all day. Truckers get fat too, especially working 18 hours a day.
Sir, but you got 4 kids and 1 on the way, and your kids in a 1-bedroom apartment, but you got all these dang on excuses as to why you can't go get a good job. You thinking about your comfortability. Truckers make good money, and they also have benefits that some of your kids need, and you need, and your pregnant wife need.
Their legs lose all their abilities and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Truckers
It's all in a 1-bedroom apartment, and they ain't.
And that chiropractic needs, for lack of a better way to put it.
Oh, okay.
What?
They said you would never cut it in the military.
Oh, that's why I was going to join the Marines at 18. I'm talking about.
Yeah, but you did it.
Exactly. Who is that insulting? Because not everybody even supports.
Oh, yeah. Gotta make sure I wash my mouth because my mouth be flying off the handle. I don't know. Get on camera. I don't know. Just because I'm chilling over here. Hi.
He's got another girlfriend. No, he don't.
Why y'all so annoying in the comments? Goddamn. How do we end up in this situation? Inflation. Mostly. Rent just went up $113.
Cool.
I don't want to go to school to be a barber. I mean, a good idea. I don't want to be a barber though. I did HVAC for a while, but I went for like a year, but they weren't paying me enough. Why don't I DoorDash? DoorDash is like having a W-2. What's wrong with the W-2? There's no W-2 that's going to give me $30+ an hour right off the jump of what I need. I've been working since I've been 18 years old. What is my dream job? My time. In my life, I got paid enough to work a regular freaking job, or whatever the case is, paid my worth.
Why can't you drink some water? You've had 3 cups of milk today. Go drink some water.
About
Thank you, Sammy and Carrie. You guys are awesome.
McDonald's general managers get paid around $33 hourly where you live. Yes. How long do you think you just get hired?
Just get hired as a manager at McDonald's? That's how.
That man sat up there and had every single excuse in the book as into why he did not want the jobs that these people were listing off. And for somebody that got kids and 1 on the way, sir, you can't be picky. I want them to pay me my worth. What is your worth? Because I can guarantee you he ain't got no degree. He talking about he and her work overnight shifts. They don't want to do that no more. It ain't cut out for everybody. I want at least $30 an hour. You ain't making $30 an hour driving Uber. Oh, I don't want a W-2. Why not? And because you an independent contractor with DoorDash, you get a 1099. He don't want no accountability. He don't want to provide for his family. His dream job is being a bum. Because ain't no freaking way. Y'all sitting up there reproducing after reproducing. And they master plan, I'm sure y'all was all prepared for this, is to become social media influencers. Trying to make it to 10K by the end of the year. Follow for lots of homesteading, cooking, baking, and working towards self-sufficiency.
How nice it is to just be like, I'm craving this, and then just like get up in the kitchen and do it. Because thank you, Lord, for my ability to cook and bake. Just thank you.
She got goals, y'all. Help a girl out. My hubby said if we can flip our financial position, this doesn't have to be our last baby, and I'm really not ready to stop having babies yet. We find out in another video, you find out that she was pregnant the back and she's had multiple miscarriages. So she's actively trying to reproduce in the situation that she's in, but they not actively trying to go work and do what they need to do to get out of a position that they in. Her thing is this: if she got on government assistance, she could get all the help that she need. They'll help her find a place to stay. They'll help her get money for food. They'll provide her with a way to get a job. They'll do all of that. They will do that for her because she has so many kids, and the government, they gonna help you out. Section 8 is available. So you wouldn't have to be living in that 1-bedroom apartment. And she's sitting up there talking about, well, you know how long the list is, man. Because you got all those kids, they have emergency services for you. So they just got a bunch of excuses. And see, he don't want a W-2 because if they ain't married and she get on government assistance, he gonna have to pay child support for them kids he got with her. And he don't want to do that. Inflation is the reason why we in a position that we in. No, it's not. Y'all being trifling is the reason why y'all in that position. And I want y'all, the general public, I want y'all to stop donating to these entitled people. Y'all done dang near bought up all of their Amazon wish list because y'all donating and sending them gifts. They don't need no gifts. Purchase kids clothes. Y'all purchasing kids clothes, right? But he don't want to get off his behind to work. Toys for the kids. A 12 soft selfie right light with 6. Clothes for kids. Toys for kids. And y'all the one that got them a bunk bed. Because they showing the heck wasn't going to buy it. Y'all bought them a bunk bed and now they done added another bed on here. And they want y'all to buy them shower curtains as well. A toddler bedding set. Y'all better than me. Because I wouldn't have bought them nothing. Her goal, she reached it. She went viral. She's now in the creator program. And she's, making money off her videos. So shout outs to her. Their ultimate goal is to create enough money so they can become homesteaders. They want to buy a plot of land and build a tiny home on it.